Good day, everyone. So we're gonna talk about our topic, global citizenship. First is meaning and usage of global citizenship. Global citizenship refers to the rights, responsibilities, and duties that come with being a member of global entity as a citizen of particular nation or place. The idea is that one's identity transcends geography or political borders, and that responsibilities or rights are derived from membership in a border class. Humanity. This does not mean that such a person denounces or waives their nationality or other more local identities, but such identities are given second place to their membership in a global community extended. The idea leads to questions about the state of global society in the age of globalization. In their general usage, the term may have much the same meanings as world citizen or cosmopolitan, but it also has additional specialized meanings in a differing context. Various organizations, such as World Service Authority, have advocated global citizenship. So as well we know, global citizenship means us responsibilities or rights and duties in this world. Responsibilidad natin na katulad na lamang ng pagbabayad ng tax, rights naman of course, rights as to serve our nation, rights to right to choose or vote, right to have a decent work and education kasi ang global citizenship pwede natin siya maihintulad as a human rights. A democracy world because we have the right to everything, we have the freedom to choose and that leads to a better world and future. Usage of global citizenship. It is used in education, philosophy, psychological studies, human rights in support of global government. Dito naman ang sabi is that pwede natin magamit ang global citizenship sa edukasyon at sa iba't ibang aspekto katulad ng philosophy. Importante kasi ang pag-intindi about sa global citizenship kasi dito natin malalaman ang pagpapahalaga at pagrespeto sa iba't ibang opinyon ng iba sa issue ng globalisasyon. Katulad na lamang ng politics na talamak na issue noong nagdaan na eleksyon. Kasi as a being good citizen, we need to know kung anong nangyayari hindi lang dito sa Pilipinas pati na rin sa ibang bansa. Kasi as a good citizen means we also need to be aware sa mga nangyayari katulad sa war between Israel and Palestine, 'di ba? We are aware kahit nandito tayo sa Pilipinas and we give our sympathy and empathy to the citizen na naapektuhan ng war between dun sa dalawang country. Since we have the global citizenship as used in education. In education, the term is most often used to describe a worldview or a set of values toward which education is oriented. See, for example, the priorities of the Global Education First initiative led by the Secretary General of the United Nations. The term global society is sometimes used to indicate a global studies set of learning objectives for students to prepare them for global citizenship. So, in encouraging young people like us to develop the knowledge, skills, and values, we need to engage with the world. World need us. We are the future. Sabi nga nila, it's on us. So, we need to fully engage to the society and change it for the better world. Next is we have the global citizenship education. The concept of global citizenship has been linked with awards offered for helping humanity. Teachers are being given the responsibility of being social change agent. Audrey Osler, director of the Center for Citizenship and Human Rights Education, the University of Leeds, affirms that education for living together is an inter- interdependent world is not an optional extra but an essential foundation.
Common perspectives, critical and transformative perspective, citizenship is defined by being a member with rights and responsibilities, world mindedness. Graham Pike and David Selby with GCED as having two strands. Holistic understanding. The holistic understanding perspective was founded by Mary Merrifield, focusing on understanding the self in relation to a global community. Next is the global citizenship as used in philosophy. In some contexts may refer to a brand of ethics or political philosophy in which it is proposed that the core social, political, economic, and environmental realities of the world today should be addressed in all levels by individuals, society, organization, communities, and nation states through a global lens.
Studies of the psychological roots of global citizenship have found that persons high in global citizenship are also high on the personality traits of openness to experience and agreeableness from the big five personality traits and high empathy and caring. Oppositely, the authoritarian personality, the social dominance, orientation, and psychopathy are also associated with less global human identification. Some of these traits are influenced by heredity as well as by early experiences, which in turn likely influence individuals' receptiveness to global human identification. Next is we have the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. On December 10, 1948, the United Nations General Assembly adopted Resolution Number 217A-111, also known as the Universal Declarations of Human Rights. Article 1 states that all human beings are born for free and equal dignity and rights. They are endowed with reason and conscience and should act towards one another in a spirit of brotherhood. Na tayo daw ay all human beings are born free at equal sa dignidad at karapatan at magsama-sama as one to us brotherhood. Article number 2 that state, everyone entitled to all rights and freedoms set forth in this declaration without distinction of any kind, such as race, color, sex, language, religion, political or other opinion, national or social origin, property, birth, or other status. Furthermore, no distinction should be made on the basis of the political, jurisdictional, or international status of the country or territory to which a person belongs, whether it independent, trust non-self-governing, under any other limitations of sovereignty. Dito naman states that all of us in terms of any differences in our race, color, religion, sex, and etc., we have the rights and freedom in any aspect because we already live in a democratic world that all of us have the rights to voice and act in accordance to what we believe. Article 13 state that everyone has the right to leave any country including his own and to return to his country. Here obviously like sa mga OFW na may karapatan silang umalis ng bansa nila para magtrabaho at the same time may karapatan din sila bumalik ng bansa after working in another country. Have proven what British jurist A.V. Desailly said in 1885 when he popularized the phrase rule of law. In 1885, Desailly emphasized three aspects of the rule of law. Number one is no one can be punished or made to suffer except for a breach of law proof in an ordinary court, means that no one can face criminal punishment except for an act that was criminalized by the law. Mapapunish lang ang isang krimen o tao if may nakalagay sa batas na kanyang nasangkutan o nailabag. This is number 2. No one is above the law and everyone is equal before the law regardless of social, economic, or political status. Here state that all of us is equal sa batas na wala sa taas o ranggo ang batas. Yes, it is true, but sometimes, especially dito sa bansa natin, mostly, para sa mamayaman lang ang batas at ang mahihirap ay walang boses para sa batas at karapatan nila. And where in fact, lahat naman tayo is may karapatan sa batas.
So, good afternoon ma'am, good afternoon classmate. I'm Al-Sharif S. Altrado. So, my topic is about global citizen or world citizen. A global citizen is a person who plays global citizenship about every nationalities or local ideals and relationship. Kumbaga, sila ay mamamayan ng mundo, gumaganap sila ng aktibong papel sa kanilang komunidad at nakikipagtulungan sa iba upang gawing mas mapayapa ang kanilang bansa. Example, ang European Union, kung saan ang sinumang mamamayan ng isang bansa sa Europe ay maaaring malayang manirahan at magtrabaho. Diogenes of Scope. Diogenes of Scope, 412 BC, was asked where he came from, and he answered, "I am a citizen of the world." This was groundbreaking concept of a global citizen because the broadest basis of social identity in Greece at that time was either the individual city-state of the Greek or the Greek Hellenes as a group. Si Diogenes ay founding father of the Cynic movement in ancient Greece, isang philosopher noong 400 BC na nagdeklara sa kanyang sarili as global citizen dahil siya ay may kamalayan at pag-unawa sa mas malawak na mundo at kanyang pagganap dito. Para sa kanya, ang global citizen ay isang pagkilala sa responsibilidad at rights ng individual na hindi lang nakabase sa kanyang pambansang pagkakakilanlan, kundi sa pagiging bahagi ng mas malawak na community. The Tamil poet Kaninian Pongunran wrote in Paranuru, "To us all towns are one, all men are kin." Ayon kay Kaninian Pongunran sa kanyang salitang tulad ng "To us all towns are one, all men are kin", nagpapahiwatig ng kanyang pananaw na ang lahat ng tao ay magkakapamilya at dapat magtulungan para sa kabutihan ng lahat. Thomas Paine, a political philosopher, would declare, "My country is the world and my religion is to do good." Para naman sa kanya, ang global citizen ay isang individual na hindi lang nakatuon sa kanyang sariling bansa o kultura, kundi layunin din ito na makipagtulungan at magkaroon ng magandang epekto sa global community. Ipinaliwanag rin niya na ang importante ng pagkakaisa at pagrespeto sa individual rights ng mga tao. Albert Einstein described himself as a world citizen and supported the idea throughout his life, famously saying nationalism is an infantile disease. It is the measles of mankind. Naniniwala si Einstein na ang mga tao ay may pananagutan para sa kapayapaan, katarungan at pagunlad sa sangkatauhan. World citizenship has been promoted by distinguished people including Gary Davis, who lived for 60 years as a citizen of no nation, only the world. Davis founded by World Service Authority in Washington, D.C., which sells World Passport, a fantasy passport to world citizen. Si Gary Davis naman ay isang aktivistang nagpapatatag ng World Government of World Citizen na naglalayon na magkaroon ng ibang pandaigdigang pamamahalaan na nagbibigay ng importance sa karapatan ng mga tao. Hugh J. Schoenfield founded the Commonwealth of World Citizens, later known by its Esperanto name Monsi Vitania Respubliko, which also issued a world passport. It declined after the 1980s. Ipinahayag niya na ang kahalagahan ng pag-uunawa at karanasan ng mga tao mula sa iba't ibang bahagi ng mundo. Baha'i. Faith promotes the concept throughout its founder proclamation in the late 19th century that the earth is but one country and mankind its citizen. Para sa mga tagasunod ng Baha'i, naniniwala sa konsepto ng pangkalahatang pagkakaisa na nagpapahayag na ang lahat ng tao ay bahagi ng isang world community. Mondialization. The early use of the term mondialization was the safe to the act a city or a local authority declaring itself as a world citizen city by voting charters stating its awareness of global problems and its sense of shared responsibility. Kumbaga, to make a country into global citizen, for example, sa Pilipinas, kailangan ng mga tao na ma-identify sila as Pilipino. Parang itong mondialization ang nagsisilbing pagkakakilanlan ng bawat Pilipino. Kumbaga, parang ID nila, ganun. Kung hindi may lalaganap ang mondialization, hindi sila matatawag na citizen of the Philippines. Earth Anthem. Shashi Tharoor, an author, feels that an Earth Anthem sung by people across the world can inspire planetary consciousness and global citizenship people. This author suggests that the student of this course should write the lyrics of an Earth Anthem with musical composition. Ang Earth Anthem ay nagsisilbing representasyon ng pandaigdigang pagkamamamayan na pangangalaga sa kapaligiran at ang pagkilala sa ating binahaging sangkatauhan.
Hello everyone, this is my report. Now let's talk about criticism of global citizenship. Various writers and authors criticize the use and practice of global citizenship. Not all people of the world like the idea of having a global citizenship. For example, Parek advocates that he calls globally oriented citizenship and states. If global citizenship means being a citizen of the world, it is neither practicable nor desirable. He also notes that such a world state would inevitably remote, bureaucratic, oppressive, and culturally blunt. Criticism means the act of expressing disapproval of nothing, the problems of faults of a person or a thing, the act of criticizing someone or something. Ito ay paraan na kung saan nagpapakita ito ng di pagsang-ayon sa isang tao o sa kahit na ano na maaring punahin. Criticism of global citizenship, ito ay ang pamimintas sa global citizenship, ang hindi nila pag-approve ng mga pamamaraan bilang isang citizen. For example of criticism of global citizenship ay like discriminating the skin color like Black American and the White American. Michael Byers, a professor in political science at the University of British Columbia, questioned the assumption that there is one definition of global citizenship and unpacks aspects of potential definition. In the introduction to his public lecture, the UBC internalization website states that global citizenship remains undefined. What, if anything, what does it really mean? Is global citizenship just the latest buzzword? Governor Morris, a delegate to the Constitutional Convention, criticized citizens of the world while he was on the floor of the convention in August 9, 1787. As to those philosophical gentlemen, those citizens of the world, as they called themselves, he did not wish to see any of them in our public council. Okay, next is the right and responsibility of global citizenship. By Ron Israel, co-founder and director, the Global Citizenship Initiative, July 2015. A global citizen is someone who sees themselves as a part of an emerging, sustainable world community, and whose actions support the values and practices of community. Ang karapatan at responsibilidad mo sa pangkalahatang pagkamamayan na hindi lang sa isang bansa kundi sa buong mundo or world community ay tumutulong at sumusuporta sa kanila. Being a global citizen does not mean that you have to give up the other citizenship identities you already have. Example, your country citizenship, your allegiance to your local community, religious or ethnic group. Hindi porket nakabilang ka sa global citizenship ay pwede mo nang i-give up ang ibang citizenship identities na meron ka. Your country citizenship kung saan kabilang ka sa iyong bansa, your allegiance to your local community, ang katapatan mo sa iyong local community, religious or ethnic group. Kapag ikaw ay isang global citizen, madadagdagan ang karapatan at responsibilidad responsibilidad mo bilang isang citizenship. Hindi lang sa isang bansa, hindi sa buong mundo. Ito ang example ng rights of global citizenship. Rights to education means access to quality education regardless of nationality. Freedom of movement, ability to travel and reside in different parts of the world. Healthcare access, equitable access to healthcare service globally. Environmental protection, the right to live in the clean and sustainable environment. Political participation, participation in global decision-making process. Responsibilities of global citizenship right. Respect for diversity. Valuing and respecting cultural, religious, and social difference. Sustainable living, practicing eco-friendly habits to preserve the environment. Social justice, advocating for fairness, equality, and human rights for all. Community engagement, engaging in local and global community initiatives. Then, peace promotion, working towards conflict resolution and promoting peace globally. Last, global citizenship rights. The rights if global citizens are embedded in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, first drafted in 1948 after World War II. The core nature of the Universal Declaration grounded in individual liberty, equality, and equity has remained constant. Also, new rights that were not on the 1948 Human Rights Agenda have emerged. For example, digital access right, LGBT rights, and environmental rights. The main problem related to human rights has been the difficulties that the world has had in enforcing them. There is a long and shameful history of disrespect, fear, and abuse human rights on the part of sovereign state, religious institutions, corporations, and others. There also are global, regional, and national courts that exist to adjudicate incidents of human rights abuse. Kapag sinabing global citizenship, yun bang aware ka sa mundo na nakapaligid sa'yo? Maintindihan mo ang mga galaw na makaapekto sa iba. Tulad na lang sa pagrespeto ng human rights, kalayaan natin magsalita kung ano ang tama, kalayaan sa mga nang-aapi at kalayaan sa pagpapahirap. Ito rin ang pagsunod sa mga rules and laws na maging mabuting halimbawa sa iba. Ang isang global citizen, ito ang mga tao na recognize that they have an impact on the world around them. Naniniwala sila bilang isang may pananagutan, magalang, at mahabagin sa iba. And that's all. Thank you.
Good day everyone. I am Arsima Arabain, BSCS 2B. So we are talk about the global citizens' responsibilities. When we say global citizens' responsibilities, a global citizens living in an emerging world community has moral, ethical, political, and economic responsibilities. These responsibilities include responsibility to understand perspective. Mahalaga para sa global citizens na maunawa ang iba't ibang pananaw sa pandaigdigang issue. Ang layunin ay matataguyod ng consensus at common ground solution kahit sa iba't ibang perspektiba. Responsibility to respect cultural, responsibility to build relationship, responsibility to understand global issue, responsibility for advocacy and cooperation. Diversity, dapat irespeto ng global citizens ang iba't ibang kultura na pananampalataya. Pagtataguyod ng pagkakaisa sa pagitan ng mga leader ng iba't ibang kultura para sa paglutas ng pandaigdigang relationship, kailangan ng global citizens na magkaroon ng ugnayan at makipag-ugnayan sa iba't ibang bansa at kultura. Example, may mga pamilya tayo sa abroad or even hindi sila magkakasunduan, pwede nating ayusin through social media first before sila mag-meet. I-chat or ganyan, bigyan ng payo through social media, through internet, through network. So, build relationship. Pwede gagamitin yung network para maayos yung yung mga hindi magkakasundo. Ganyan. Responsibility to understand interconnectedness. Mahalaga ang pag-unawa ng global citizens sa paraan ng koneksyon ng interdependence ng mga tao at bansa sa buong mundo. Pag-uunawa kung paano nakakaepekto ang kanilang mga buhay sa ibang bahagi ng mundo at vice versa din naman. Responsibility to understand global issue. So, kinakailangan ng global citizens ang pag-uunawa sa mga pangunahing pandaigdigang issue. Kasama dito ang epekto ng kakulangan sa yaman, kawalan ng pantay-pantay na distribution ng kayamanan at kapangyarihan at iba pa. Understand global issue. Example, may like Palestine, di ba? Sila, ngayon, hindi okay yung mga yung mga kabuhayan nila kasi about sa global issue. Yung ability to understand global issue. Kinakailangan ng global citizens ang pag-unawa sa mga pangunahing pandaigdigang issue. Kasama dito ang epekto ng kakulangan sa yaman, kawalan ng pantay-pantay na distribution ng kayamanan at kapangyarihan at iba pa. Kasi kung sa isang lugar na may mga dyan na hindi sila magkaayos, example, okay, ganyan, sa isang lugar na hindi magkaayos, hindi kaya okay yung mga pamumuhay nila kasi bawal sila pumunta doon, ipinagbabawal sila, kaya hindi okay yung panghanap buhay nila. Yan. So, responsibility for advocacy and cooperation. Dapat maging aktibong tagapagtaguyod ang global citizens sa mas malaking kooperasyon sa pagitan ng kanilang bansa at iba pang mga bansa. Pagtataguyod para sa implementasyon ng international na mga kasunduan at pagsusumikap para sa global na katarungan. Sa pangkalahatan, ang mga responsibilidad na ito ay naglalayon na bumuo ng isang makatarungan at kapayapaang pandaigdig. Mayroon layunin na may angat ang pagmamatagalang kalidad ng buhay sa buong mundo. Responsibility for advocating for the implementation of international agreements, conventions, treaties related to the global issue. Global citizens have the responsibility to advocate for having their countries ratify and implement the global agreements, convention, and treaties that they have signed. Responsibility for advocating for more effective global equity and justice in each of the value domains of the world community. So, there are a growing number of cross-sector issues that require the implementation of global standard of justice and equity. For example, the global race in military spending, the unequal access by different countries to technology, the lack of consistent national policies on immigration. Global citizens have the responsibility to work with one another and advocate for global equality and justice solution to this issue. That's all. Thank you.
Good day, ma'am. My topic is all about ethical obligation of global citizens. Ethical obligation of global citizens is a various writer give the following ideas concerning the global citizen ethical obligation. According to Daisaku Ikeja, from a global citizen has the wisdom to preserve the interconnectedness of all life and living. The wisdom to preserve the interconnectedness of all life. The courage not to fear or deny difference, but to respect and strive to understand people of different cultures, and to grow from encounters with them. The courage not to fear or deny or difference, but to respect and strive to understand people of different cultures and to grow from encounters with them. The compassion to maintain an imaginative empathy that reaches beyond one's immediate surrounding and extend to those suffering in distant place. The compassion is a deeply human quality that enables us to connect with the suffering of others even when they are away from us. It allows to us imagine ourselves in their shoes, powerful force that can inspire us to take action to elevate suffering and bring about positive change in the world. From Kwame Anthony Appiah, a professor of philosophy at Princeton University. According to Kwame Anthony, if you can prevent something bad from happening at the cost of something less bad, you own to do it. Sabi daw niya is, by without sacrificing anything, a comparable moral importance. I mean without causing anything else comparably bad to happen or doing something that is wrong. 2. People have a right to the satisfaction for their basic needs such as healthy food, shelter, and education. Our obligation is to help others satisfy their needs. The right to an adequate standard of living requires, at the minimum, that everyone should enjoy the necessary substance right, adequate and food nutrition. In any event, our highest duties are to those whom we are closest family and friends. Human beings do not dare alone. We need our family and friends as pillar of support, especially in difficult times, having a strong network or supported. Thank you.